Welcome to this lesson. How can you write a condolence letter? Well, let's talk about that. In this lesson, we will establish the meaning of a condolence letter. We'll talk about the purpose of a condolence letter, and we'll consider step-by-step guide. I will guide you through each step of how to write a condolence letter. We will be analyzing 10 steps to write a condolence letter. So first, what is a condolence letter? It could be a formal letter, and a semi-formal letter, or an informal letter written to express sympathy, sorrow, or support to someone who has lost a loved one. So what is the purpose of a condolence letter? There are three things having to do with the purpose of a condolence letter. One, it must comfort the bereaved. Two, it must acknowledge the loss of the deceased. And three, it must show care, that you care about the bereaved. Now let's look at the step-by-step guide. Let me guide you each step of the way on how to write a condolence letter. Like I said, we are taking 10 steps. Let's begin with step 1. Step 1, begin with the address. At the top right corner, that is the sender's address, the writer's address, at the top right corner of the page, followed by dates, so that you can indicate where the letter was written and when it was written. For example, assuming you are writing from South Africa, you can say 24 Long Street, Cape Town, Western Cape, South Africa, 15 August 2026. You can see that at the end of each phrase of the address, you have a comma. Then at the end of the address, you have a full stop. And at the end of the date, you have another full stop. That is the format. Step 2, if it is a formal letter, you are going to write the receiver's address by the left below the sender's address. The receiver's address. But this is not necessary in an informal letter and a semi-formal letter. It is only necessary in a formal letter. Step 3. Use an appropriate salutation. For instance, if it is an informal letter, you are going to write only the first name of the receiver. Dear John, Dear Philip, Dear Henry. Just the first name of the receiver. But if it is a semi-formal letter, then you are going to write the title followed by the surname of the receiver. Dear Mr. John, Dear Dr. Philip. Then if it is a formal letter, you are going to use something like Dear Sir or Madam. Let's go straight to step 4. But before we go to step 4, you need to note that if the letter is a formal letter, then after the salutation, you are going to have the title of the letter. The title of the letter should come under the salutation. That takes us to step 4. Begin the first paragraph by acknowledging the loss. That will help to make the purpose clear from the beginning of the letter. But why is that so? Because, in an informal letter, sometimes you are expected to express some kind of familiarity or exchange of pleasantries and the rest of that. But that is not needed in a letter of condolence, even if it is an informal letter, because the topic being written about is a serious topic. We are talking about the death of a loved one. So you don't need any form of familiarity or any form of pleasantries. Just go straight and begin by acknowledging the loss of the deceased.
For example, you can say, I was deeply saddened to hear about the death of your beloved mother.
That takes us to step 5. Express sympathy, to share, to show that you share in the sorrow, and to also show that you care for the bereaved. Do you care for the bereaved?
For example, you can say, please accept my heartfelt condolences on this painful loss.
Step 6. Say something kind about the deceased to honor the memory of the deceased. Why do you need to do that? Because if you do so, the receiver will also feel comforted. So be sure you say something kind in memory of the person that is lost.
For example, you can say, your mother was a kind and caring woman who touched the lives of many people.
Step 7. Acknowledge the pain the receiver is passing through. And as you do so, be sure you don't use inappropriate expressions. This is important because any inappropriate expression, any careless expression you used while writing this letter is going to remain in the memory or in the mind of the receiver for the rest of his life or her life. For instance, don't try to blame the receiver in any way whatsoever. Just be kind.
For example, you can say, I know that words cannot fully express the pain you and your family are experiencing at this difficult time.
Step 8. Offer practical or emotional support. That will help the receiver to feel that he or she is not alone. That yes, there is someone out there that could be counted on.
For example, you can say, please do not hesitate to contact me if there is anything I can do to support you and your family.
Step 9. End the letter with a comforting statement. Before you end the letter, be sure that you state something comforting, like a message of care and encouragement, before you finally end the letter.
For instance, you can say, may you and your family find strength and comfort during this difficult period.
Step 10. Be sure you use appropriate complimentary clause to sign off the letter, followed by the name of the writer, that is, your name as the writer. If it is an informal letter, you are only going to indicate the writer's name, first name. If it is a semi-formal letter, you might be required to write your initials and surname, then signature. If it is a formal letter, you can write your full name and your signature. Okay, so this is the practical approach on how to write a condolence letter. In my next video, we'll be talking about how to write yet another important type of letter. See you.